All right, so once you have where everybody is from, what their horse's name, and you have their draw, usually you're going to go upstairs around 6:30. You're going to head upstairs. So I have my broncs, I have my names, where they're from, um, I have their draw, my bull riders, I have their names, I have a draw, I have where they're from, and then my rail racers, I have their names, I have their draw, I have their horses' names, and I'm missing where they're from, but you would have where they're from. Okay, so now you're going to go upstairs. River Ranch has breakaway, so you would have the same thing for breakaway. Make sure you have um, their name, their horse's name. Okay, so once you get upstairs at 6:30, you're going to open up to the page that says the Daysheet. Um, if you have any questions, you can text me about it, but it'll be the one that's titled Daysheet. Okay, so once you have this Daysheet there, you'll highlight the boxes. Don't highlight the numbers, just highlight these and then hit the delete on your keyboard to delete it out. You're going to change the date on it. I'm going to show you how I do it for West Palm. So change the date on it. Make sure your bullfighters are accurate, your pickup men are accurate, and the judges are accurate. I'm not sure if the River Ranch one has that on there or not, but make sure it's all empty. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up to the Bulls Broncs judges sheet. It's going to look something like this. Okay, so once again, you'll highlight all of it and then you'll hit the delete to make sure that they are open. So what I do is I click on the top up here, and then if you drag your screen over to the side, you'll see it'll pop up something like that. Once you see that, let it go. Okay, and then I'm going to have my entry forms on the other side. Okay, so for the bull riding, for example, the way to make your life easier is you're going to highlight this box, all of this, and down. Make sure everything's included. Okay, then you're going to click on the sort and filter button. You're going to click the sort, and then you're going to sort it by draw, smallest to largest. Then you're going to hit OK. So I have 14 bull riders on my list. So I'm going to highlight, I'm going to do 7. So once I click on that, I'm going to highlight my first 7. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click copy. And then over here on my judges sheet, I'm going to click the first box. I'm going to right click and then I'm going to hit paste. Okay. And then make sure that you click this button with the F of X right there. Okay. So that's my first section of bulls. My second section of bulls, I'm going to go back to my entry sheet. I'm going to click starting at number 8 to 14. I'm going to highlight. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to click back on my judges sheet in the first box. I'm going to right click and click on paste. Then at this button, I'm going to hit the F of X. Okay. My junior bulls, you're not going to have any junior bulls, but you would do the same thing. For broncs, you're only going to have one section of broncs, so you can go back to your entry page. Once again, highlight everything like that. Then you're going to click sort and filter, sort it by draw, smallest to largest, select OK. And then I have, you'll put all of their names right there. I have 2 sections, so I'm going to do for the first 4, I'm going to copy. And then you can also on your keyboard click Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. And then you're going to do the same thing for your breakaway, because your breakaway will be on this sheet at River Ranch. You're going to highlight their names, sort them by their draw, and then type them in for the breakaway. Make sure your breakaway and your first 10 barrel racers are on this judge's sheet for you. Okay? So you'll see on your judge's sheet, you'll have a spot for barrel racers, and then just make sure you go to your barrel page and you sort it the same way, and then you include that on this sheet. I'll get back to it in a minute. Okay, so when you're upstairs, you're gonna type in the bull names here. So I'm not sure who's bringing bulls, but they'll give you the first however many you have. If you happen to not have enough bull riders or bronc riders, you're going to make them do a double header. So pretty much these guys are going to be the same guys that are in your second section as well. But whoever's running the front, they'll give you each of the bull names. So you'll just type in the bull names here as you go. Okay. And then you'll also type in your horse names for the broncs. So once you have this page full of your bulls with the bull names, for each section of bulls, make sure you have your breakaway ropers on there, and then make sure you have your first 10 barrel racers on there. You're going to print off 4 of these sheets. So one's going to be for you, 2 for the judges, and then 1 for them to post downstairs for the bull riders to look at. Okay. So then you're going to go over to the bulls and broncs results. So when you're doing this page, notice how this looks from my last rodeo. You're going to highlight, you're going to leave the numbers alone, but you're going to highlight the first name, the time, judge 1 bull, judge 1 rider, judge 2 bull, judge 2 rider, and then go down. Do not touch this column here, okay, because there's a formula in there. So once you have all this highlighted, you're going to click the delete button on your keyboard. Notice how the totals go to 0. So then you can retype the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, highlight to 5, and then drag them down. Okay. Same thing for the broncs. You'll have 1, highlight the name all the way to rider 2, drag down, and then hit delete on your keyboard, and then fix your 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you have, I think, 1 through 3, you can drag it down and it'll renumber for you. Okay. So the easiest thing you can do is, since your screen is still, I need to get rid of that. Once your screen is still split, my bulls, I'm going to put them all, highlight all of my names, copy, and then I'm going to click here and paste. You can click the F of X there. Okay, so at the end of the night, when you get your sheets back from your judges, say judge 1 was 19, 18, and then judge 2 was 16 and 17. Okay, your total should automatically populate for you. Okay, as long as you didn't erase it. If they got bucked off, 0, 0, 0, 0 is what they get. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me about them. Okay. The broncs are the same way. My sheet looks a little bit different than yours, but it's the same concept because I have different events. Okay. Then you're going to go to your barrel judges sheet. So on my barrels, I'm going to sort my entry sheet. I'm going to sort by draw. smallest to largest. Okay. I'm going to highlight my first 10. And then on your keyboard, once you highlight their names, hold the control button, and then you can highlight the horse names. And then you can click copy and paste, and it should pop up there for you. Okay, so this is what you're going to use during the barrel race. You're going to write down their times in this box. On paper, you're going to print all of these out. So you only need to print one of the barrel judges sheets out. So you're going to write their time. If they knock the first, second, or third, just mark whatever box, and it's a +5. Make sure you note that. Okay, so then you put in your slack barrel racers. I'm going to go ahead and put in control copy. So there you will have your slack, your open, and then your slacker all right here. And then you'll just you'll write in their times as you're going. But just like how our bowls, we have a results page that'll automatically total it for you. We also have a barrel results page. So you're going to click on the rider name, time, and penalty box, drag it down, and then hit delete on your keyboard. Then you'll highlight from your entry page, you're going to highlight all the names together, copy, go back here to the results page, and paste. So then from your paper at the end of the night, you can 15.234. Notice how it pops up in the total time. Say this girl, she got a 16.087, but she knocked 2 barrels, so I'm going to put a 10 penalty. And when I go to the next box, you'll see it automatically adds the penalty for them. Say this was a 17.4, 18.456. Okay. At the end of the night, you're going to highlight all of this and slide it down. Okay. You're going to sort. You're going to hit on the data tab. Then you're going to hit sort. Sort it by total time, smallest to largest. So this is going to be my 1D first place. And then your 2D would be plus 0.5. So 2D would start at 15.734. So this is 1D first. This is 2D first. 2D second. On your payout sheet, it's going to tell you how many places to pay out based on how many total entries you have. So Sydney would be 1D first, then Madison would be 2D first, and Carissa would be 2D second. So when you get to the end of the night, you're going to write their name, what time there was, and then how much money they won. I'll do that in a different video to show you the amount that they won. So you have your barrel judges sheet, you have your bronc judges sheet, but the most important is that you have your day sheet done before 7:15. Your day sheet should be done by 7:15. So what I do is from your bowls bronc sheet, I'm just going to type in some bowl numbers. Okay. So on my day sheet, my first section of bowls, I'm going to highlight the names, hold my control on my keyboard, and highlight the bowl names. Then I'm going to hit copy, and then on my day sheet, I'm going to click the first box, right click, and paste. Okay,